Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a topic that I think a lot of you are considering as you make healthier, more planet-friendly choices at home.
That's right.
We've got some really interesting stuff here about Traverse Bay Farms and a very specific long-term choice they've made. It touches on both well-being and the environment. We're going to explore why they've exclusively used glass bottle for their Tart Cherry Juice Concentrate for, well, over 2 decades now.
Yeah, it's quite a commitment.
So if you're part of that movement to, deplasticize your living space, this is definitely one for you.
Absolutely. We've been digging into the details behind their packaging decisions. And our goal here really is to understand the why. Why this consistent choice of glass over plastic for a health product like cherry juice.
And what does that actually mean for you, the listener, for your health choices and maybe your environmental footprint?
Exactly. That bigger picture.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The big question, why glass? And why stick with it exclusively since, 2001? That's quite a history.
It really is.
Yeah.
And their reasons are pretty solid. First up, they really stress that glass is non-reactive.
Non-reactive. Okay,
Yeah.
What does that mean practically?
Well, it means there's basically zero risk of chemicals from the bottle leaching into the juice. It keeps it pure,
Right.
which, if you're drinking something for health benefits, you definitely don't want the container adding anything unwanted.
That makes a lot of sense. We hear so much about ingredients, but the packaging itself is part of the equation too. So it's about not adding anything bad.
Precisely.
What other reasons do they give? Why glass?
Another huge one is recyclability. Glass can be recycled over and over again without losing its quality. It's genuinely circular.
Unlike plastic, which often gets, downcycled.
Yeah, downcycled into lower quality stuff that maybe can't be recycled again or it just ends up in landfill. Glass doesn't really have that issue in the same way.
Okay, that's a strong environmental point. And I'm guessing it's not just about what glass doesn't do, right? Does it actively help the juice itself?
It does. They point out that glass is great for preserving the flavor, the potency, and importantly, the antioxidant value of the tart cherries.
How so?
It acts as a better barrier against things like oxygen compared to a lot of plastics, so it, maintains the integrity of what's inside.
Got it. Better protection. And thinking practically, it also helps people who are trying to reduce plastic in their homes.
Definitely. There was a quote from Andy LaPointe, their spokesperson, that kind of summed it up.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
He said, "Our customers want more than just clean ingredients. They want packaging that aligns with their values. That's what glass delivers."
That really resonates. I think a lot of people listening are looking for that kind of alignment where their purchases reflect their values.
I completely agree. It's that conscious consumerism idea, wanting products that support your health and feel good ethically.
Yeah. Okay, so let's shift focus slightly to the juice itself. How does the glass packaging fit into the overall identity of this specific tart cherry juice?
Right. It's not just a random choice. It seems very integrated. They highlight 5 key differentiators.
Okay, what's number 1?
First, the cherries themselves. They're 100% USA grown, specifically from orchards up in northern Michigan. They emphasize that local quality sourcing.
That's a big plus for many people. Supporting local, knowing the origin, makes sense. Number 2.
Number 2 is what we've been talking about, the glass bottles only. Their commitment is clear. No plastic ever. It's a hard line.
Yeah, very definitive. What's 3rd?
Third is something they call their sediment-free guarantee. They use a clarification process.
Meaning
You don't get that sludge at the bottom. No need to shake it like crazy, no grit, no pulp mess. It's about a smoother experience.
Oh, that's actually quite practical. I know that shaking thing can be annoying. Okay, what else?
Fourth, they position themselves within that deplasticize movement. They see their product as helping consumers actively reduce plastic.
So connecting their brand to a wider trend.
Exactly. It frames the choice as part of something bigger.
And the last one, number 5.
Awards. They've apparently won over 38 national food awards.
Wow.
Yeah, so that underscores the quality, the taste, the innovation. It's not just about the packaging. The juice itself is recognized.
Right, the whole package, so to speak.
Exactly. And that brings us back to why packaging matters so much for wellness today. People are more aware of things like microplastics and this general desire to sort of detox their homes. Choosing glass fits right into that.
Okay, so let's tie this directly back to you, the listener. We've heard the company's reasons, the product details, but what's the actual benefit for someone considering this?
Well, first, there are the general potential benefits associated with Tart Cherry Juice Concentrate itself. Things like support for joint comfort, maybe help managing inflammation after exercise.
Right, established stuff.
Yeah, and potentially better sleep, faster muscle recovery. Those are the reasons people often seek it out in the first place.
Okay, compelling on their own.
Definitely. But then the glass packaging adds this other layer. For those of you really focused on clean living, on sustainability, choosing this product becomes a way to support both your physical health and those broader values. It reduces your plastic footprint.
So it really is that idea of a small choice having a bigger impact. You feel good about the health aspect, and you feel good about the environmental and ethical side, too.
That's it, exactly. It's that alignment again. Supporting personal health, the planet, and your own values, all with one purchase decision.
Okay, let's quickly summarize the core takeaways, maybe framed as answers to common questions, like number 1, why glass?
The short answer from Traverse Bay Farms: it's non-reactive, so it's pure. It's endlessly recyclable. Better for health, better for the environment than plastic.
Got it. And the sediment-free thing, what's the user benefit there?
Simple. No shaking needed, no grit, no pulp, just a smooth concentrate.
Okay. And the cherries, where are they from again?
100% USA grown, specifically from northern Michigan orchards.
And finally, how does choosing this specifically help someone trying to deplasticize?
Well, you're directly choosing a product that never uses plastic packaging. So your purchase actively supports reducing plastic demand, starting in your own kitchen.
Right, makes sense.
So looking at it all together, their commitment to glass really isn't just a minor detail. It seems fundamental to their promise of purity, quality, and sustainability.
And for you listening, it offers a choice, a product that potentially helps with health goals and aligns with maybe a growing desire you have to make more conscious, sustainable choices.
Exactly. So maybe a final thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
Consider how these seemingly small choices, like the packaging on your juice, can add up. Where else in your daily routine, your shopping habits, could a similar small shift align what you buy with what you believe in?
That's a good question. Thinking about the ripple effect of those everyday decisions, both for personal well-being and, for the bigger picture.
Definitely something worth exploring.